Good morning, guys. So it's Mr. O, and today I'm going to leave you guys this recording to help you get through your asynchronous lesson. All right, so that way it's not so distant, and I actually can give you some terms and help you walk through some stuff and maybe simplify some things. So today we're going to go over cellular energy and the atmosphere, and we're still on that unit, so we're going to keep that going. So what we want you guys to first do is we're still going to do the warm-ups. We still like that concept. We still want you guys to get some gears going. So based on your other lessons, the lessons we had the other day, we would like you to answer these two things in Google Forms. So it's going to be, what is the difference between an autotroph and a heterotroph, and what is the main energy source for mitochondria? Like, what's the powerhouse that gives it the energy? What does it need, right? So we've gone over this a bunch in this last few lessons, so it's just kind of refreshing your memory, right? So the link for the Google Forms is right here, guys. So you just press it, and it will come up. Simple, easy, right? You guys just leave your name and you answer, and we'll take care of it from there. Take as long as you need for this. Preferably, though, if you guys can get it done in less than 5 minutes, that'd be great. But this is asynchronous, so you guys can move at your own pace. All right, so today the objective is we will describe how photosynthesis and cellular respiration provide the most energy for life processes, explain how carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen in sugar molecules can form other carbon-based molecules, and the differences between aerobic and anaerobic conditions, and explain how matter and energy flow between organisms that undergo photosynthesis and cellular respiration. So it sounds like a lot, and this unit is term heavy. Like, there's a lot of definitions and concepts. That's why I'm recording this, so I can kind of give you sum up some of it a little easier, because Stemscopedia is what we're going to mainly do today, and it's really term dense. But you do need these terms. These are very basic biology terms, so they're going to expand even beyond this unit. So let's keep moving on with this. So you're going to do the warm-up. You're going to listen to me talk about the investigative phenomenon, terms and definitions, Stemscopedia, exit slip, and then you're done. You're all good to go, right? So the investigative phenomenon is cellular energy in the atmosphere. That's what we're still talking about, still trying to figure out like how these how cells work with the atmosphere and how they all play together, like photosynthesis, cellular respiration, and stuff like that. So let's go over terms. That's what I'm going to spend the bulk of my recording on, just to try to help you. If you guys got these terms and you don't need this, you can keep going. This is just for anyone who wants the help. So we've gone over photosynthesis. So photosynthesis, the technical definition, is the process in which green plants, there are some other organisms that use sunlight to synthesize food, carbon dioxide, and water. So it's that cycle in which they don't actually eat things, they use sunlight, carbon, and water. Macromolecules. So this one, what it means is a macromolecule is a molecule containing a very large number of atoms, such as protons and nucleic acids. One way to think about it is like, you could think about it as like a little cluster of all these things that stack together. So a macromolecule is like a bunch of like carbons that bind together, and that's what a lot of how they make up a lot of different things in different cells, because we're all carbon-based life forms, so it's a bunch of carbon chains. So we're going to start going into a little more depth of how your body's actually made of all these different cells and how this interacts with the environment and what the environment has floating around in it. A monomer. So what's a monomer? Right, a monomer is a molecule that can be bound to another identical molecule to form a polymer. I'll explain polymer in a second, but let's just not worry about that. So monomer has mono in it. Mono means one, so it's just one. So it's a singular molecule, not a molecule, it's a singular cluster. It's a singular like macromolecule right down here. It would be that by itself is a monomer. It could connect to another one of itself, but within itself, that's just one. It's a monomer. So what's a polymer, right? A polymer is multiple monomers linked together. So that's the difference. A monomer is just one, and polymer is made up of multiple, many. So the technical definition is a substance that has a molecular structure consistently shaped or entirely of larger number of similar units bond together. So you're actually made up of a lot of polymers, and that's what everything is. All complex organisms are polymers. It's a bunch of carbon strains bound together. So it's a really important concept, but the simplest way to think about it is it's a bunch of monomers, which are just macromolecules bind together. It's a little more specific depending on what we're talking about, but just for the sense of this term, let's go with that. Dehydration synthesis, right? It's like, oh, what is that? What does that mean? So the definition is dehydration synthesis reactions. A water molecule is formed as a result of generating a covalent bond between two monomeric components in a larger polymer. A much simpler way to think about that is just when you have a reaction, one of the wastes is water. So the chemical reaction that occurs produces water. So it's a byproduct. So we can go on to the next thing, which is similar, is hydrolysis. Now what hydrolysis is hydrolysis uses water. It uses water and it puts it in at the end of it is integrated into the end of the reaction, right? Dehydration creates water. Hydrolysis uses water, all right? Creates water, uses water. We want to keep that in mind as you go into Stemscopedia. Carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are just a long chains of carbs that have different unique dimensions to it. And we've gone over them a bunch and how they can be found in like bread, and most sugars in your body will they'll break down into sugars in your body. Cellular respiration, this is another one that we go over a lot that you guys should be comfortable with, right? It's how the cell creates its energy, its ATP, right? The powerhouse of the cell. So as we keep saying, all the power. So it's the energy source for the cell. It's a key concept that's going to keep going throughout everything. What's a lipid? A lipid is any class of organic compound that is a fatty acid or their derivatives and insoluble water, but soluble in inorganic solvents. So what that means is there's some words up here for a lipid that I'm not too sure if you've had anyone explain to you, so I'll kind of quickly go over. Is lipids are hydrophilic and hydrophobic. So what it means is the exterior of a lipid, like it's kind of like you think about it like oil, like it doesn't sit well in water. It actually protects itself. Water won't go in it. It pushes water away. It's phobic, hydrophobic. The water doesn't like it. But the interior of it, oh, actually I got myself backwards. I'm sorry, guys. So the interior is hydrophobic, meaning it doesn't like water, and the outside is hydrophilic, meaning it can be next to water. See, even I got turned around just because I forget that. The inside of it doesn't like water, and it doesn't want water inside. Phobic means it would break down. And the hydrophilic is that it can stay in the water. That's why like certain soaps, you can't, like oil, you can't just run off with water. You need like a special type of soap for that. And oils like that can be found in like olive oil, cornstarch, corn oil, stuff like that. So they're a type of fat. Sorry about the confusion a little earlier. Protein, we've gone over proteins, right? They're macronutrients. They're found in meats. These are protein structures. I just want to show you what these look like on an atomic level, in which you see them more often as. Oh yeah, don't worry about the structures right now. I think we'll do the structures more if we do go over them in class together. So we won't expect you guys to just know these structures. Nucleic acids. Nucleic acids are, the technical definition is a complex of organic substances present in living cells, especially in DNA and RNA, whose molecules consist of nucleotides linked in long chains, right? So nucleic acids are adenine, this is for RNA actually, uracil, guanine, and cytosine, right? And they're almost the same for DNA. You have cytosine, adenine, thymine instead of, thymine, and then you have gliadine. Yeah, gliadine. Even I have a hard time pronouncing that one. All right, but these are nucleic acids. They're part of your building blocks that make DNA and essentially make everything, make you too. Autotrophs get their energy from sunlight and carbon dioxide. Heterotrophs, they consume other things. There's different types of heterotrophs: carnivorous, decomposing, omnivorous, and herbivores, stuff like that. ATP, it's the cell powerhouse. We don't want to forget that that's what this does. The large power, it's what cellular respiration leads to. Chemosynthesis is something I wanted to get to. This is not the same as photosynthesis, because the way this works is they get their energy through other sources, like underwater vents. All right, so it's mostly bacteria, especially in the deeper parts of the ocean, use this because there's no sunlight down there. So if you don't have sunlight, but you need heat to create energy, where would you get it from? Well, there's thermal vents running all over the ocean floor. So that's how you can create energy without there being sun. It's pretty cool, actually. All right, so I know all those terms are pretty dense, and it can seem like a lot, but they're really good terms. We're going to try to make sure you guys get these by the end of the unit, not necessarily this lesson, but we're going to strive for as much as we can for whenever we can, right? So we're going to go on to Stemscopedia. I'm just going to show it to you real quick. Nothing insane, because I have it pulled up right here. All right, so you're going to go to your Stemscopedia. You guys are going to log in. And when you log in, this is going to be the activity, right? So here's the objectives. Here are all the key terms. All right, it has it broken down into cellular energy in the atmosphere. You have a VR setting. You have a couple of them, actually, right? Molecules of life, types of macromolecules. The definitions I went over are in here too. I'm doing this again and again because I want you to feel more comfortable with these terms, because some of these terms you guys haven't seen before. Oh, it's Legoland, right? So we're going to go through this. It's a bit dense, but it's all doable. You just stay calm and read, right? Another VR, some cellular structures, reactions like Dr. Laura was showing you, cellular respiration. See, so some of it is review that you guys have gone over before, right? And then, nope, no one saw that. But those, you'll just do all the ones at the bottom. Be careful and read the directions thoroughly and carefully, because they're all there and they are very specifically written, so you guys don't get too confused. Okay, so you're going to take your time, take as long as you need to do Stemscopedia, try to get it done by the end of the day though. And then once you're done with that, you'll just come back here. You'll have checked off everything on this list, minus exit slip, which we're about to fix right now. Right? You'll do the exit slip, and then you get to go. You're done. You're done. You get to go, and you'll have a free weekend. If you have it on Monday, you had a good weekend, I hope. But if you, for everyone getting it on Friday, have a good weekend. Let us know if you guys need any help. The exit slip is right here on this Google form. You'll just press it, and it will bring it up for you guys as soon as it loads. Here you go. One thing is, I want you guys to tell me how comfortable you are with these terms. Be honest. Just tell me the truth. It's like, I can do this no problem. I didn't understand any of them. I got some of them. Just let me know. Or if, like, one of the words is like, I have no idea what that even means. Tell me which word that is right there. No one's going to know outside of me and Dr. Laura, and we're only going to do this so we know what to focus on more to help you guys. All right? But outside of that, I hope you have a great weekend, and this asynchronous lesson wasn't as distant as it might have been. So I hope you guys have a good one, and yeah, good luck, guys. Have a good one. Bye.